Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Wednesday the 3rd, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got up this morning a little earlier than I really wanted to, but Bruce had to get up and get out, was in a rush, you could tell. You could just see it in his eyes when I got up, so it's still dark, so I'm trying to turn on a flashlight, trying to get out the door, and trying to get him out before he messes up the house, and we made it, so that's what counts. So went ahead and got him out. It was actually early enough I was able to go back to bed for a little bit. I don't know if I ever actually fell asleep per se, but I just kind of laid there, and it usually ends up messing my body up pretty bad when I do that, because my body kind of has a little fit with me not getting up and moving. So went ahead, worked out all right. Finally got up, started getting around. My wife got up to go to work and got the dogs all out, got them all separated, got them all fed, all the fun that comes with it. It's always a good time. So yeah, went ahead, it was all good there. Had a couple other things get done, not much in the morning. And we headed out to take my mother to go get her driver's license updated. She's finally getting a Florida driver's license, assuming her I-1 expired is the only reason she's doing it. But I went ahead. It's funny because she hasn't driven since she's been here. She's going on a year and a half now down here and hasn't driven yet. She's driven back in Iowa when she goes up, but that's it. So went ahead, went over, got the dogs loaded up. I went ahead and put a couple of dogs in the crate because that's what I was told to do when you leave the house. They're not there with them, which my mom wasn't going to be there with them. So I went ahead and, like I said, since she don't drive, I'm driving her over there. So I went ahead and loaded the puppy up, and then I loaded up Bruce. He wanted to go with me, and I'm like, that puppy's going to annoy the crap out of you, man. Like, you don't want to be in the truck with this puppy this whole trip over there and back, but he didn't listen to me. So we headed out, got in the truck, headed over, stopped in, and fed some cats I have to feed. I got a couple days left to feed them. Went ahead and stopped, got that done. Mom sat in the truck with the dogs. Then I got done with it. It's that weird time frame where, like, it's not that much to say. It probably saves me 20 minutes, I guess, by doing it on the way, but it's easier. So I just stopped on the way, same as when I take my father to the doctor kind of thing. Stopped in there, got the cats done, and then jumped back in the truck, headed on over to Orange City is where we ended up going, to the DMV office. She went there, got there early for an appointment. They said to be there 10 minutes early, which I don't know why they tell you to be there 10 minutes early. That's just be your appointment time. If you're supposed to be there at 9:20, if they went to there 10 minutes early, your appointment's now 9:10, you know. But they know most people in the world are not on time for anything, so we showed up there about 9 o'clock, so she was now 10 minutes early or 20 minutes early, depending how you read it. But got her in there, dropped her off at the door, so I figured out what door to go in. Then the dogs and I drove around for a little bit. There was what I thought was a yard sale sign, but it turned out to just be a house for sale, like a double wide trailer thing. Actually a single wide trailer, I guess. A little trailer park that went down, looked at, and just drove by because I don't have no interest. So I thought it was a yard sale. I thought, hey, I might, who knows, find something over here, killing some time. Went back, parked behind the DMV with a little shady spot. So we sat out there and hung out for a little bit. Didn't take that long for her to get done. She said she was wrapped up. Went over and picked her up, and they gave her a license, like 9 years, I think it is. It's like a 9-year license, which seems like a long time for somebody that hasn't driven much at all in all this time, and just, I don't know, seems like a 9 years is a long time to go, but it is what it is. Since she had a cataract surgery done here a while back, she no longer is restricted to wearing glasses when she drives, so that's a good thing, although she still wears her glasses. If she ever like lose her glass or something, she won't be able to be given a ticket for it. So they took her little eye test there and she passed with it. So that's a good thing. So, but yeah, we headed back home. Everything's good. We were supposed to stop at the bank, and she was going to remind me, and then she forgot. I was like, yeah, whatever. But on the way back, there's a flea market out at Volusia County Fairgrounds that I used to stop in quite a bit when I still had my vending route, and I'd stop in there off and on. And I don't go that way. It's about a half an hour drive over there from our house. So I don't go that way very often unless I have another purpose over there. So we stopped on the way in and the way back and decided to buy my wife some orchids. I used to buy orchids from her there, or for her there, a lot. And I'd come back and I'd pick out 1 or 2 nice ones, and I'd pick them up, and then I'd bring them home and she'd be happy with them. 3 weeks to a month would go by, they'd die. Not die, the flowers would fall off. I'd plant them outside. Well, they'd all sit in the old house. And the new house, the yard doesn't have as much shade, so it's harder to grow orchids. So I was like, well, I'm gonna go get some orchids anyway. So we stopped in there. Mom and the dog stayed in the truck, and I parked where we just kind of had a shaded spot. The cat was in the shade and whatnot. So we headed over there real quick. I basically made a beeline to the orchid lady, and she had some orchids. There was a bunch of people selling orchids, and now used to be one lady who sold orchids, and other people might sell one or two. Now there's like 4 vendors selling orchids. So I end up looking around. I usually almost always go back to her because I like her a lot. She has really beautiful looking flowers and does a good job with them and really seems to care about them. So she's super gentle with them and stuff, which can stress an orchid out immensely when it's especially in flower. So it's always a risky time to transport them. So which they would bring them when they haven't opened yet, and then let them open up in the house kind of thing. But that's not how they sell. So nobody wants to buy a flower until they actually see it open. But ended up buying a dozen orchids for my wife. Orchids aren't the cheapest thing in the world, but I was like, hey, why not? And these were not the highest end. These weren't the $50 piece orchids, but they're nice orchids, really beautiful. Bought a dozen of them. So like I said, I haven't bought any for my life for a while. And part of me thought, well, someone would take them to work, give them out to other people, whatever, and then kind of hang with the stipulation of, hey, when the flowers fall off, give them back to us, and I'll see if I can't get them to live in my backyard and plant more orchids. But I asked her, I texted her, I said, hey, I bought you a dozen orchids. Do you want me to drop them off at work, or do we take them home? She told me to bring them home. And I said, okay, cool. Brought them back to the house. Got them inside, got the puppies inside, got Bruce in there, got their dogs out, let them all play. Everybody's hanging around having a good time, chilling out for the day. Decided it was time to go for my run. Went and got it done. Got back from my run, got a shower. Wife got home from work, ended up having dinner, had some leftover pulled pork, and normally my mom makes, she had something else. And then my wife had whatever she was cooking, some kind of minute steak thing or something she had. So she had a different dinner than I did. We watched an episode of Seinfeld, headed back outside, got all the dogs all fed and stuff, of course, and then headed back outside and had myself a nice cigar and a beautiful, gorgeous weather, and just enjoyed the evening and had a good time. I ended up posting up looking for somebody to help me apply for a permit to pour my concrete slab, and had a gentleman reach out and basically kind of gave me the big pointers of what I need, and I think I got it figured out. So hopefully I can get that filled out in the next day or two, get it applied to the city, get my permit approved, pay the fees, and then get myself a concrete slab, because I'm getting so tired of all this dirt. These dogs are kicking up dust and dirt like crazy all over the place. So, oh, the puppy went home today too. Little pit bull puppy. The guy came and picked him up midday, and then the other pit bull is like so sad. He's so sad that he lost his best friend. He's just kind of been pouting a little bit. So kind of is what it is. But yeah, that's all I have for today. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.